afternoon, and thank you very much for joining us again on Wisdom Television. I am Ayomiko Alao, and I have with me in the studio Mofi Folua Deliki. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's a beautiful midday, at least midday and even midweek. And if you're just joining us for the first time on News Review, this is where we tend to analyze stories that has made it to the top of the headlines of several newspapers. I will give our own opinion. You can as well join the conversation by making use of our Facebook comment section, our YouTube comment section. Join us on Twitter with the hashtag News Review. And you can also join us on our TikTok handle. Join us on Instagram. Join us on LinkedIn. We are on all platforms. Just search for Wisdom Television, and you're getting the best platform that informates, educates, and entertain. Thank you very much for staying tuned. And so we have several stories for today, and I will be starting off with Lagos to build houses on water in order to boost tourism. The Lagos state government on Tuesday has said that part of their own motive to further develop tourism in the state is trying to build some houses on water, and this will be a very good tourist attraction for onlookers. Because of course we have several people that are of world class what do you call it now, of world class personality all over the world that comes to Nigeria, just to see the beauty, the artifact, and the beauty generally of Nigeria. So part of it is this Isaliakoka community, and it is actually the riverine community in the state, in Shomolu local government area of Lagos State. So the General Manager of Lagos State Urban Renewal Agency, Ajibike Shoma, they gave the assurance that they would be starting off this project, and they assured that there would be every good thing, every new things that you need to see in Lagos will be put in place that will actually make sure that foreign investors, foreign tourists, and adventurers would have to come to Lagos to behold the site, because it will be a beautiful one.
I'm actually wondering what I'm feeling kind of about this thing.
Okay.
I understand the fact that the landmass of Lagos is like the largest landmass of Lagos is filled with water. So they actually they don't have enough landmass. Let me put it that way. Yeah, sure. Regardless, I feel like building tourist center on water is actually not really advisable for me, because judging with how the NEMA, the National Emergency Management Authority, had actually been warning that we would have a lot of flood this year, and they did not even mention if the project is going to kickstart this year or not, or anytime from now. I just feel like they should have found somewhere else. Judging with how, even when NEMA did not say anything about flood, we know how flood disturbs people in Lagos, and of course it's going to be a government-owned property. I want to believe that they will put in a lot of resources, a whole lot of money to make it stand. Even if flood comes, it will it will withstand the flood. Regardless, I feel like it's not really advisable, because we can't even measure how much flood we would have. And for this year to happen like that, we don't know. It's not like the federal government has said they will do something about the River Niger or the River Kinikon that is causing flood or something like that. So they don't even say they will do anything about it. Just to be on the safe side, I feel like they shouldn't do it on water, they should do it on land.
Apparently, Lagos do not have a lot of landmass like that, though it is the most populated, but then they are not blessed with landmass. You can't compare Lagos to Ogun State.
Even
when it comes to exactly, even Ogun State is not so blessed with landmass. But regardless, I feel there are some people outside this country, like when we travel outside the country, we see several buildings, we see several tourist attractions. Like, how did they even achieve this?
And also,
building a tourist center or houses on water in Lagos, I want to believe they will do their assignment, they will do their homework, make necessary provision to be able to curtail anything that will come afterwards. I'm actually a big fan of adventure. I'm a big fan of tourism. So I love it when people want to go out,
out of the box.
Out of the box, exactly, to do some things. It has been happening. We've seen several houses on water. Not like they built it on water. Sure, you get they chase the water
and field.
But this time around they want to build it on water. It is realistic. And I'm looking forward to the project.
Not realistic.
No, you're actually scared because of the flood.
Yeah, because
I'm not scared because max is that they will have to tell anybody that will have to come there to be someone that can swim. So whenever something happens, you guys just start swimming.
Now imagine that kind of thing. So is it now going to be limited to those that can swim?
I want to believe that.
Maybe it's going to be like an island or something. It's going to be very, very amazing. But then
the site, I showed you something yesterday. Did you see that site? The house on water, that white house.
Oh yeah.
It was very beautiful.
But don't back go along.
We can't say everything when we get there now. May 29, and this is actually coming from President Muhammadu Buhari, the president that will be leaving us in the next 5 days. So he has actually come out to say that I see that there are some people that are actually trying in their own way to want to chase me out, and they are planning to, in a way, fight me. But I tell you, as not me, Buhari, that the Niger Republic will defend me if anybody tries to fight me. So the president said that the Niger Republic people will defend him if anyone moved against him after he leaves office. You know, there's been several people that has been saying a lot of things about President Muhammadu Buhari administration, that okay, he's done this, he's done that, they are not satisfied with insecurity, they are not satisfied with the debt that is on ground. There are some $460 million that he actually collected that he's supposed to use for some CCTV, that he did not do that. You know, there's been a lot of talk here and there. So maybe he's scared, I don't know, and I don't, maybe some people are already telling him that when you leave office, oh my God. So he has now come out to say that if you try to do anything to me, thank God I'm not a Nigerian.
He did not say thank God I'm not.
Okay, me, I'm just trying to put that one. Okay, he has said that if you try to do anything to me, my people will fight for me.
He did not say my people.
Niger Republic.
He did not say the people are his people.
Anyway, you guys just want to put it. Buhari Asha said that if you try anything with him, then the Niger Republic are ready with battalion to fight anybody that fight. And it's about the truth coming.
If you do any, you will see any. But then, you know, even before now, Buhari had said, if I go back to Daura, the words that is on down. Yeah. And the lot of feel
Niger Republic.
So what is in power for one? And a lot of people had actually been speculating even before now that Buhari Nigerian. Me, I'm not saying that, you know, no. But then, regardless of all of those things, I just feel like, why, if Nigeria is truly your country, if you feel like you are loyal to this country, if this is where you were born, what business do you have with Niger? If anybody wants to come against you, of course, it is everybody that will like you. There are some certain groups or there are some cabals that wants to come against you after you leave office. Stay in your country and fight with them. To of what benefit is it? Unless you are trying to truly prove to us that you are not a Nigerian.
But I think Buhari has said this thing. I can't just remember the meeting. That for Nigerians to vote someone from Niger Republic, what's their name?
Yeah.
That it's really an honor. He said it one time, but I can't really remember. I can't
those times, each time they say things like that, there's always a spokesman to say, Professor Nigeria Republic, Professor, you know, things like this. I don't even have any business with who wants to attack Buhari. I just feel like you are a president, even if you are from the Niger Republic or anything, as long as you already became a president and you soon become an ex-president, I feel like Nigeria should already be your priority. Even if anything wants to come from there to Nigeria, you should be the one to say, maybe we should stop it, share wine, you know, things like that. And he actually said it's because of that he had to close the border so that we will be doing things in Nigeria ourselves. So at least that point, we can say you want the development of the country. Okay. But in another sense, you are already telling us that
Yes, two ways.
Yes, 2 ways.
I owe you my freedom, sanity. Seun Kuti thanks family, friends, lawyer for after freedom. You should recall that yesterday night we actually said that Seun Kuti has been granted bail by the police. And though that's not the end of the case, he has just been granted bail. According to his lawyer, he actually let's say doctor. According to his lawyer, what's his name again?
I think I already said
No. Adeyinka Fushika. He actually said that the bail has been long overdue, like since Monday, but then the Nigerian police force did not release him until Tuesday night. Regardless, he has been released, and so when he came out, he took to his official Instagram page to thank everyone who supported, everyone who has been praying his release, everyone who has been asking the Nigerian police force to please release him and all of that. That he really owes his sanity, his freedom, and every other thing to the friends, family, and those people that have been well-wishers, and also the lawyers. So this is actually a very good development, though we should not forget that the case is still in court, so he still has to be within the court's jurisdiction and always check in whenever is needed.
But at least it's not insane.
And
they are supposed to have a particular hearing today on his case. We don't know if that will still hold, or the judge will be around this time.
That's another thing.
And you know, while we were discussing his issue yesterday, I was just saying that the judiciary, they should do something. They should not just keep somebody in their custody without saying this is exactly what this person did. And of course, not to block, as we spoke, as we said it, they heard, and they just have to do something about it, which is actually okay. So right now, he has been granted bail. Let's see what happens from there. At least he will not be looking like a criminal. Because
do you know what I'm still not clear about?
Okay.
I still want to see that policeman that is in coma. Is he not out of coma?
No, nothing.
How somebody even gets into coma with just one slap?
See,
he was trained.
He's
a trained police officer. Do you know how many things they do while on training?
Even if he had underlying health conditions, and you see that nobody is talking about it. Even the police force, they are not bringing the issue up again because they know that Nigerians are not dumb, and nobody is even addressing, because we all know that it is so flimsy, and in fact it is just petty, very very petty. We can't even give relevance to it, so nobody is talking about it.
Do you know how many slap people receive on a daily basis and they don't go into coma? So it's still like, anyway, they will still say something.
No more job.
Dapo blames Amosun for the loss of Dangote refinery in Ogun State. Apparently, according to the report, Dangote came into Ogun State first, to actually have his refinery in Ogun State. But that was during the tenure of Senator Ibikunle Amosun. So according to Ogun State Governor on Tuesday, through his spokesperson, Kule Shomorin, he actually said that he was the chairman of the Olokola Free Trade Zone in Ogun Waterside local government area of the state during the administration of Senator Ibikunle Amosun. But then he was not part of those people that went against the moves by Dangote to actually establish the refinery in Ogun State. He said that the refinery was supposed to be in Ogun State, but then Amosun during the discussion with the Dangote refinery and his manager and all of that, they actually had ups and downs, and for that reason they provoked the investors, and the investors had to go for a greener pasture where they now have to settle for Lagos State, that is Ibejuleki, where it was actually commissioned or inaugurated on Monday. So according to Dapo, he said that any true indigenous of Ogun State will be so saddened about the fact that this huge investment has to leave our state, even for the fact that it came to us by itself. On the first time, we don't have to lobby for it, but then we chase them out. It was like he's a chairman, and when it comes to oil and gas, all of that, he knows so much about it. So he was the chairman of the Olokola Trade Free Zone. So he was wanting something like that to happen. But then the then administration caused the turbulence, and then they have to leave it. So this actually came after a particular governorship candidate under PDP actually attacked the governor that it is Dapo that allowed the $19 billion plus investment to leave the country. So he had to come out to say that no, it was not me. It was my predecessor, that is Senator Amosun. If not for that, we should have been launching that refinery in Ogun State and not in Lagos State. And we all know that if that was in Ogun State, that would even enhance the economy, bring in more investors, and would actually see to a great thing in the beginning in Ogun State. Not that we are going back, but he said so. All of this is not his fault.
They have even kick-started the new cargo airport. Although I had to not put on my God have mercy. Okay, to be realistic, what could make or what could provoke in quotes now? What could provoke an investor to leave? I understand that there will be a lot of talks, a lot of this is how we should do it, and all of those things. But for a state that wants to be developed, see, for Lagos is already a developed state. Anything that goes into Lagos State is just an addition.
Exactly.
Ogun State is actually developed. It is developed. It has not yet developed. So for that kind of good innovation, something that will lead to the development of the state to come in, and then the investor got provoked, what could be the reason? You know, most times when, okay, you want to do business with me, and I'm like, okay, of your business, but you have 70-30, like, this business is mine, let's do it 10-90 or something like that, and you're like, no, that is all you, at the point, I'll be like, it is my money, I'm just offering you, so let me just leave. That could be one of the reasons. Okay. And it could be many other things. Regardless, I feel like at that point, maybe the last administration was not seeing anything realistic, or they were not even thinking that it was going to come to pass, or they just feel like, well, it's just mere talks, Jerry, will it happen? Because I feel like if they had actually looked into the brighter side of the whole project, they would have seen a future in it, and they would have wanted to invest. That is if they actually loved the state. Because of course, I don't think there is any administration that would not want the state is governing to move forward. Or it could be that if I accept this project, they can't even finish it until the end of my tenure. So it will be the glory will not be for another tenure. Let people spark it. You know, it could be that and many more.
Apparently, to me, I see that there is actually more to that story, and I'm waiting on the Senator Amosun to come give his own part. He will now say, no, I actually said they should go on. It was Dapo that said no. Dapo will now come back to say, no, sir, it was you. Then we will not start having the
argument. Did you know since they started the whole project? Was it
since maybe 2021?
So when did that boy? Okay, it's already 4 years.
But then even with the 4 years,
it would have
started since. Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to believe it was Dapo's decision either. The UK ban, if you should recall that on Tuesday, we actually started hearing that the UK would actually stop allowing dependents to follow the student. You know, when Nigerians, when we're traveling, we tend to have dependents and all of that, and it can be my mom, my sister, my brother, my husband, among several other things. So Nigerians have knocked YouTuber Emdee Tiamiyu. It appeared that he was the one who actually had an interview with the BBC. And during the interview, he leaked some of the secrets of Nigeria. And, you know, he is actually someone that helps and even motivates and tells Nigerians about how to study abroad, what to do, and all of that. So during his interview with the BBC, he actually he let out a lot. He spilled, and Nigerians felt like he must have been bribed or something before he would say all of those things he said. In his words, he actually said that Nigerians who travel out of the country to study, most of them don't really need a degree. It's just them trying to start off a life, like trying to bring up, start up their family and all of that in a new country. So, but they just have to go in with the guise of study. So, in reaction to that, on Tuesday, we saw that the UK said, starting 2024 January, there is nothing like dependence again. If you want to come study, come study. If you want to do this, do that. Don't tell us that this, and if you give this, we have to verify. Nigerians are even scared that there are some things that he did not say, that the UK might actually go and ask him later, that he will now say, that would actually deter them from being able to get an entrance into the country. So now, after the whole barons and bans, all of that back and forth, the YouTuber has actually made use of his YouTube page. You know, he came out to say, Edrema Binu. I actually do not mean it that way. I was just trying to tell these people everything that we, the black people, face home and abroad. It's not like I'm trying to tell them that these are the secrets that we've guarded for a long time and I want them to ban. I didn't even know that would be the repercussion of my interview. And so he has come out to apologize to Nigeria, but I trust my Nigerians. If you go to Twitter is on fire. If you go and check, just go to Twitter and check the search engine, like the search list, then just put Emdee Tiamiyu or Moyami. You will see a lot of things. I'll be like, Nigerians are really trolling this guy, and this is my own verdict, or this is my own point of view. You see, they will say something that if the house is sweet, we don't have reasons to go outside. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way, but if our country is promising, we don't have any reasons to even if you want to go outside the country to be for relaxation, like let me just change the environment for vacation among several other things. If you look at the situation, there are some people that it is not because they just want to japa. Some people felt like, you see in Nigeria, like somebody like me, I will feel like in Nigeria, our educational system is nothing to write home about. If I want to study a course for 3 years, a 3 years course, in Nigeria, I should be planning 6 years plus. Because I don't know what happened, I don't know the strike, I don't know when one rector will say that we are not doing again or something and something like that. So because of that, I'll be like, well, if I could finish this degree, like, you see my master's, let me go and run it abroad. So there are some people with that motive. Meanwhile, there are some people that they are with the japa motive that you see, if I should just get UK Kinibai, I'll go to one school. You get my point? Yeah. So he is not supposed to generalize at his point of trying to tell them what we face. Of course, we know that we face some level of hardship in the country, but you're not supposed to tell them all. I get it that you cannot control yourself when you are with some interviewer, and that is the power of media. They will dip their hands into your throat, bring everything out. Before you know it, you are spilling everything. So you have to be making use of our 36 while trying to grant interview too.
36. I believe that whatever you want to say, your brain will process it. So at the point of you talking, you would have, sometimes I would want to say some things and then my brain will take it back, don't say it. Then I'll be like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. And even if it was like the interviewer trying to drill, you want to base us on a lot of things. There are some things that you're not supposed to let out. Judging with the fact that even you are helping a lot of people gain admission overseas, and you're saying that you don't know and UK was going to place a ban on all of those things. Sincerely speaking, it's just being hypocritical about this whole thing, because you can't tell me that you don't know that will be even if you don't know, there are some certain things you're not supposed to say. Now, it's just like me confiding in you, and you have to let out my secret to the whole world that this feelings that, and you're telling me that you don't know that the whole world will take it that way. I mean, who does it? And sincerely speaking, even if he apologizes for saying all of those things, or Betty, Gum, or Lobo, or Mowa Sobel, shop your now the UK has already placed a ban on, dependence and all those things, which is one of the ways where most Nigerians actually,
there's one thing Nigerians do, like, you see, let's even look for money for your brother to go. When your brother you will pick all of you.
I have a family of 6. I mean 6 children. Our married to her in the UK. It's just one person. And the remaining one person says, nobody says she no won't come out, but she's still trying to fix some things. So people like that, imagine, and see, it's because Nigeria is not working, like you rightly mentioned earlier. If Nigeria was working, people would even want to stress over leaving the country. And we are leaving, not because it's not like you even mentioned that people, the examples you gave, it's not like they are going there for criminal activities or they are the ones taking drugs or doing all of those things. It's just them looking for ways to live, ways to survive. So why let out everything? It's just, I don't know. There are some things I'm supposed to say, but because we are on air, I'm not going to say those things, but it's just so sad.
The way you've said it is just the way it has happened, that these people there, we are not even sure of what happens next, right? So let's go on a short commercial break, after which we'll be rounding off.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
it is always Nokpa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yes, you're welcome back, and this is Tuno's Review, brought to you by Lagos Emdee Television. And this is just like an extra because it was not planned, but then let's use that to round off. I refunded Murphy Afolabi 150,000 naira. I'm not owing him Adunia Day. So earlier we got to know that there was been some speculation that Adunia Day, also an actress, was owing the late Murphy Afolabi a sum of 250,000 naira before his death. Okay, so but now she actually released a memo through her Instagram page signed by her management that before the whole death or anything, she has refunded the deceased before, but now several people have been saying several things that you two should pay the money. Similarly, I saw a video online during his ceremony, the burial ceremony. One woman came out to say that Murphy Afolabi was also owing her 1.4 million. A lot of people had to attack the woman that was she supposed to say it there. While some people said that where should she have said it? After the burial, everybody will split. So it's just better. Maybe you can even see Alpha from the burial and they will be like, okay, you take this and take that. But the whole storyline is not even is not appealing because of course there is a case between the dead and the living. Who is there to testify that the money has been returned? Who is there to testify that really the money was borrowed for the other woman?
Aduni, yeah. Okay, for Aduni, I don't think 150,000 is something she would want to keep, or she would say, I refunded, why not refunding? I don't think that amount of money, because if you are talking in millions, I would have said, only your problem. But it's actually very, very ridiculous for her to keep that to herself, and she will now come out to say she has refunded. And for the woman, the 1.4 million naira woman, and see, it's just that I'm just going to say that we need to do well before we die, because we don't even know when we are going to die. For Murphy's case, lots of people were saying that, but even at that, what if he had not died? So in everything we are doing, just let us know that, of course, we can die at any point in time. And a lot of us are in debt. I would not say because I feel die tomorrow, make us still for their money. It's true now. I just hope that the woman will be settled. Maybe, I don't know how they want to go about it. And I hope that more people will not come out to say, maybe if they now say to the woman's 1.4 million naira, so people now come out to say, it's 2,000 and Kenny come off him and 3 million naira, not all those things. And this is a case between the dead and the living.
So that job.
Exactly.
But it is well. Thank you very much for being a part of the show today. News review brought to you by Lagos Emdee Television, proudly sponsored by Nokpa Herbals. It's been an amazing one, insightful one. Thanks to everyone that has joined us. Olanrewaju Ejide, he actually said, "What's a proud of Lagos in history?" Maybe like trying to say that. Is
the building
of the houses for tourist attraction. Yeah, of course, we are proud of Lagos. So Lagos have been doing several things that is giving us joy. The electric bus, the eco rides, and now the tourist center. That's agriculture, transportation, and tourism. It's actually amazing. And they also have the refinery. So
even though it's not for the states,
yeah, but then it's within it. So the Lagos is actually doing so. I think I'm proudly Lagosian. Thank you very much. Don't argue with me. So until next time, we'll be doing this again. I remain Ayomikun Alao.